So guys, finally, the year of June has come to an end, and here's my video of what I watched this month. I'm not gonna lie, I'm quite proud of myself. I watched a mix of Bollywood and Hollywood films, mostly new ones, but I won't review all the films in depth because I've already spoken about a few in my previous video. So the first film that I saw this month was Everything works for this film thanks to one of the most wonderful original screenplays I've seen in a while that has been executed so perfectly on screen. The only potential down point of the film, apart from Owen Wilson's weird style of walking in the film, is the ending. Which, don't get me wrong, is beautiful, but it could have been executed in a more patient manner. I then watched what I believe is one of the best Bollywood films ever. I've spoken about the film in my previous video, and if you haven't seen that yet, go check it out. I watched a lot of Bollywood films this month from my previous video, and Delhi Belly is that one film that made me laugh out the most. It's really difficult to laugh out loud almost constantly in a film, and this screwball comedy did exactly that for me. However, the humor isn't meant for everyone, but it certainly worked for me. Imran Khan is at his very best in this film, and I'd kill to see him act in such films again. Okay, I'm kidding, obviously I wouldn't kill anyone. I then watched Haider with a lot of expectations considering it was a Shakespeare adaptation of Hamlet directed by Vishal Bharadwaj, who had already directed two previous successful adaptations of Shakespeare in the form of Omkara and Makbul. And to be honest, I was a little disappointed. The entire film was very well done and Shahid Kapoor's performance was without a doubt incredible. And as a character study, this film is a definite milestone in Bollywood. I guess I just expected a crazier ending than what was given. And I'll be honest, as much as I liked the already crazy ending of the film, I just wished there was something even crazier to offer from the film, although it did get me obsessed with the word chutzpah. I then went on to watch Ship of Theseus, and I think Ship of Theseus is one of the best films out there and it's a definite must watch. It's available for free on YouTube, so go ahead and watch it, but watch it with complete attention because it's an absolutely immersive experience. So moving on, I then went on to watch LSD. Come on guys, not the drug. And I think I've already told you what I felt about this film in my previous video as well. And if you haven't seen it, go check it out guys. So I'll just move ahead with the next film now. So when I saw this film, I realized that Before Midnight is actually just as good as Before Sunset when I rewatched it this month. Ethan Hawke gets better as an actor with each passing day, and I'm gonna miss Jesse and Celine, and if Richard Linklater does make another film, I will skip school and watch the first day first show of the film and probably the second one as well. Also, if you do decide to watch this film, be sure to listen to the song that plays during the credit scene. Then I watched Training Day, and okay, I have mixed feelings about this film. I think it's a really fun film to watch while you're watching it, but at the same time I felt like this film had a lot more potential. I was confused for a very long time regarding who is on which side, and whatever I think about the film, the fact remains that Denzel Washington delivers one of the greatest performances in cinema history, with a great monologue in the third act as well. The ending though seemed a little random, making the full circle of the film slightly oval. But who cares? It's Denzel, baby! I then watched Nightcrawler, and I think it was intense and had a really solid script, with a creepily memorable performance from Jake Gyllenhaal. I liked the film, but the fact that the entire film was set mostly at night and had a really noir vibe, and I really liked noir vibe, but it just felt like the film was a little too dull at times. But yeah, good film, man. Good film. It was a good film. What can I say, guys? I had to rewatch it again just to make sure that I realized why this film is better than Before Midnight. I then saw the supremely underrated The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou.
Stolen and his cronies invented the idea of putting walkie-talkies into the helmet. But we made ours with a special rabbit ear on the top so we could pipe in some music.
This film is Wes Anderson being Wes Anderson. I know there's a saying, too much of something isn't good, but when it's Wes Anderson, too much of Wes is never enough. I'm still a little confused how I liked a film that's about a sexist, misogynistic man who's obsessed with his career and has abandoned his child while also being extremely arrogant and an overall shitty human. No, I'm not talking about Donald Trump, guys. I'm talking about the main protagonist of this film, Steve Zissou. Am I just a bad person? Oh no, that's not nice. What do you think, guys? Am I a bad person? Write down in the comments below what you think about this. Obviously, guys, I was kidding. You don't need to comment. That was just me acting like a cliche YouTuber. I'm not a terrible human, guys. At least not that terrible. I'm just an Arsenal fan, okay? Now that that is out of the way, let's just move on. You know what? Let's just move on, guys. The next film that I saw was Dear Zindagi. And I think this film was so thought-provoking until the very end. It talks about mental health and self-love through the life of Kyra, who's played by Alia Bhatt, who is a young cinematographer dealing with multiple broken relationships in various aspects of her life. While the film falters in the first act, it undergoes a major tonal shift in the second half. Honestly, Alia Bhatt was just incredible in this film, and she is one of the best actors out there. And let's face it, Shah Rukh Khan as Dr. Jahangir Khan is one hell of a therapist. And I totally want him to be my therapist when I enter into Bollywood and slowly become crazy. Guys, I was kidding. Obviously, I wouldn't get into Bollywood. We know that. Speaking of nepotism, the next film that I saw this month was Kaamyaab. It's a brilliantly executed satire on the film industry and a great tribute to the supporting actors in the industry. It's definitely one of the best films released along with Thappad this year. This film was funny, with a strong message and an even stronger performance from Sanjay Mishra, who is the lead actor in this film. Go ahead and watch this film if you haven't seen it yet. It's available on Netflix. The final film I saw this month was Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. This film is in my top 5 funniest films of all time. The comedy is on point and the editing is so smooth that it fools the viewers in every frame. I talk more about this film, but it deserves a separate video in itself to talk about it. Thank you guys for watching this video, and if you don't know where to find any of these films on this list, you can read the description of this video and thank me by clicking on the subscribe button. And I'll see you guys in the next one.